Welcome to Kelly Green Boys podcast. The end is here.
Yo,
Last
Kelly
time.
Green Boys is the fucking shit. I fuck with Lisa Ann. I jacked off about a good 6 times to her this fucking
What
morning.
the fudge?
And yeah, y'all should go fuck with the Kelly Green Boys podcast. I listen to them almost every fucking day.
The show.
They do good shit about the Eagles, and they are true fucking ballers.
All right. Well,
Heard it first, baby.
it's been a while. We've been in our dark place.
And it's been a while. Am I coming up, kid?
I feel
Am I
like-
reading?
Yeah. Well, you don't hear yourself, remember?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just,
I appreciate that. Yeah, you're coming in loud.
I'm
and
trying to
clear.
get the good content out to the people.
Yeah, I hear you.
Brown.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
Josh
Brown.
McCown listens to both those songs that you were both just singing.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I
Been a
guess.
while.
And he also listens to Look at his photograph.
Oh
Why?
yeah.
Every time. What?
Why a photograph?
You don't know that song?
Yeah, I know, but why does he listen to it?
I don't know.
Is there a joke? Like,
He kind of looks
No,
like
there's no
that.
joke.
Yeah, there's no joke. I mean, he
Because
just
the
kinda
whole
looks like
thing was we were saying like he listens to those songs because it's been a while. You know, it's been like we're saying Josh McCown hasn't played in a while, and I didn't. I
Oh
don't know
wait,
where
see
the
that was
photograph came
in your head. That was
Nah.
not in ours.
Nah, I'm just dumb. I'm riffing.
Yeah.
I'm like maybe Josh McCown's like Brett Favre. He had like dick pics online.
Nah, maybe he's looking at he's looking at a still of him clenching his ass cheek at the moment that his fucking
His hamstring.
tendons rip off
his
of
bone.
his rip just rips clean from the bone.
Yeah, that's brutal.
He's a warrior.
I mean, I got nothing against the guy. I mean, I appreciate the.
I got nothing against him, but I also don't want to talk about him at all.
No, me neither. You know what I
It's
would have
so
loved
boring.
to talk about? Josh McCown coming out and Greg Ward being our emergency QB. I would've
Yeah, that would
loved
be
to
at least
talk
be
about
interesting.
that.
Yeah, you know what? He came in there. He put it all on the line. He shredded his buns up for you.
Well,
And you don't
I'm saying, Bo, is if he come in and play receiver like that, he could just play quarterback too. Why not?
Wait, who are we talking about now?
Greg
I
Ward.
wanna
Oh,
see-
yeah.
I want to see McCown's butt cheeks in the meat locker, bro.
What is up with
Hanging.
the butt cheek
I wanna
obsession?
see-
It was his
I-
hamstring.
Dude, did you see him? He was holding his butt cheek.
Guess like it
It
goes
tore
up to your,
off the fucking bone, kid.
his
I want to
butt.
hang his meat hock in the meat locker, bro.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're in our dark place. But you gotta hand it to them that for everything that was stacked against them, they were in that game for much longer than they had any reason to be.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
sure.
I suppose.
you
I was done as soon as I had no hope.
Yeah, we weren't gonna. I knew
It
we were
wasn't
gonna
even
win.
an anger thing. It was just
I mean,
like
I thought we were gonna
ah.
win when Wentz was in there. After
Oh
that,
yeah,
it
well
was-
that's,
sure.
that's different.
Yeah, I had no doubt we would.
So the first 4 minutes of the game, yeah.
Yeah.
I had no doubt we would like make it a game.
Yeah.
Especially the way the rest of the game played out. Obviously, it wouldn't have played out the same way.
Even if we would have,
but
yeah. Even if we would have lost with Wentz, I would have felt better about it. Like
Yeah.
like we made it there. He was able to finish what he started at least.
I would have had a more of an opinion on it because
It was the blue balls,
yeah. Now I just don't care because as soon as he left, it was the air was gone and I just didn't
Yeah.
care anymore. I was like, oh well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dom. I'm prescribing him no sex at the beginning of OTAs from until after.
That was me. I thought that was Jim.
I don't know whoever said it. I'm extrapolating. And,
Carson.
Yeah, no sex from OTAs until after whatever
he's
the last
gonna-
game is. Hopefully, sometime in early
Yeah,
February.
he's gonna need a little more than no nut November.
Oh, he's gonna need no nut fall and winter.
He's going all 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going in with them. I'll do it with them, man. Solidarity.
Yeah. I don't know.
His wife's pregnant though. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, you
man.
can't once they're pregnant.
It's true. It's true. That is 100% true.
Now you probably do
Because
it
it would
more.
damage the baby.
Definitely do it more.
We got different doctors.
No, I'm just saying.
Got different doctors.
You got to explore the space.
I don't want.
I'm telling you.
if we continue on this subject, we're going down a way darker road.
Yeah. Yo, that hit though.
Yeah, let's talk about the hit. That was dirty.
I don't really care. It's like it happened to Lamar Jackson like the same, like the next. It happens. Like,
They ignored it all. They ignored everything. They just don't want the storyline to be about that, which doesn't matter because it already is.
It happens every game. I don't know. It was whatever.
It was bang, bang.
It was a penalty, but I don't think it was
that's exactly what I don't feel like it was.
That's it. Just
I think of a
necessarily
dirty
suspension or anything like that.
That's it. Throw the flag. It's over.
Yeah.
15
I
yards,
guess
whatever.
dirty hit is a strong way to putting it, but it was worthy of a penalty.
To me, dirty hit is like Vontez Burfict shit. Like doing something outside of like the realm of the game. Whereas this was like, I was like, was it late? Like, yeah, but also like I've seen like guys on our team do it. Like, you know, shit happens.
Yeah, football players are going to take that opportunity to do it. And, and the thing is, it is a penalty, and they should have called it, and that's really where it ends. He would have got 15 yards,
and it wouldn't have made
he
a
would have
difference.
still been hurt.
Yeah, he would have still been hurt, and even if he wasn't, well, I don't know. It doesn't change the outcome. You're right.
All I know is he's a bitch.
Damn.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, I was like,
people were like,
I thought you're on my Chris Long, Dan Orlovsky side.
No, I'm just joking. Like, people were just like, I don't care what you got to do. You better get back out there. And now reports are coming out that he told him he had a concussion. It's like,
if he's got double vision, he's not going to be very useful at the quarterback position anyway.
Like, it's called, like, priorities, dude.
What about the boxers back in the day, Bo? They would just take a smelling salt and go back in.
Yeah, there ain't no fucking concussions in the meat locker, Bo.
No, but I think that's the right thing to do, because if you get a concussion and then you get another one, you end up like Sidney Crosby, just be like out for like a year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's
was it second concussion syndrome or something?
I don't know what it's called.
If you get one and then you get another one, like it turns from being like a 2-week thing to what could be like 6 months.
Yeah,
and then you're talking about like missing
early season
mini camps and
shit.
shit.
You don't want them to fucking have a couple kids and then go Benoit.
God.
I was just like, I mean, come on, he needs to address it in that moment. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't want to end up with like an Andrew Luck situation. Like, if he whatever he's got to do it.
Yeah, I'm with that, and honestly,
Kuechly.
Yeah.
You know?
Ultimately, it's not like the whole scenario that pissed me off. It's just like when you watch it, anyone can see that it's a penalty.
Yeah.
It's just, I get the whole runner thing, and he wasn't exactly down, but
even
you just
still,
look
there's
at it. It doesn't matter.
leading with the crown of your helmet shit and driving him into the ground.
There's just nothing they can say.
Yeah.
Like John Running came on the radio today and said like whatever he said. It doesn't matter, but it was just like, just don't say anything. You fucked up. Everyone said you fucked up. Oh, like former lead officials said you fucked up.
Yeah.
It's whatever. We know why you did it. You want to control the narrative, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Just throw the flag, give me my fucking 15 yards, and be done with it.
Yeah.
I think that's all that really needs to be said about this game.
Yeah. All right.
You want to talk about Jake Elliott?
I don't remember the rest.
Yeah, dude. It was so unremarkable. It was so insanely boring. Maybe one of the.
Who had a good game? Did Miles Sanders have a good game?
They didn't really.
I mean,
he got hurt early in the game. He had a few good runs.
A low scoring game that I don't think offensively on either side anybody had a great game.
Yeah.
I mean, Metcalf had that last the
I mean, that was just desperate on our part.
Yeah, that was just, an all or nothing moment. But speaking of all or nothing, that'll be fun to watch. relive this whole season.
That fake Hard Knocks jaunt.
Yeah, it's been around. It's a good show. I watched
Is it?
I like it. Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I don't
care
need
to
that.
expand on that.
They're my team. I don't want to see.
I kind of know what you mean. Like I want to keep it like a distance.
Keep the mystery. You don't want to see.
I don't want to know
what the quarterback meetings are like.
I don't want to know how corny people. Like I don't need to know.
Like the players you like, and then like you see them, and you're like, oh, this guy is annoying. Or like,
I don't.
I don't like.
Hard Knocks never reveals things that I like about people. I'm never like, oh, that guy's so cool. Like,
what can they do that you would like?
Except I will say this: Did you watch the last one?
The Hard Knocks
the
or the
Oakland
All
one?
or Nothing? Yeah,
I don't even know. I don't even know anything about All or Nothing, but
it's All or Nothing is like Hard Knocks, but it's through the regular season. But yes, I did watch the Oakland Hard Knocks.
The one guy on that one was hilarious. The guy with the long hair.
Oh, Luke Wilson.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, who was later on Seattle.
Yeah, he's on the Seahawks now.
Yeah, which I think was originally his team.
He was like one dude where I was watching him like, this guy's funny. He's kind of a goofball, but I don't know. He got caught anyway, but
yeah.
Well, I guess I didn't do shit for him.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm with you though, because it's like you're watching like what is essentially people like at work. So like you got like you don't really see like the good parts of their personalities. You mostly see them either like getting frustrated or like seeing them just like obeying their coaches. And it's like they have like little parts where they'll show you like, oh, this is them having fun or something, and it's like not that interesting.
And you're like, all right, this guy's, I don't know.
I do is comparing Hard Knocks to All or Nothing. I do like that All or Nothing, like there's shit on the line for people that you know, as opposed to Hard Knocks. Like, it's cool to see like which rookies do and don't make the cut, but in the reality, like, you didn't know them before the show. You're not gonna give a shit about them afterwards.
I could see the appeal of it being during the actual season because it's like the drama of the actual season, as opposed to like the weird aspect of like, oh, here's this cooler, like everyone has to act like they like each other. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just weird.
And like seeing how like all that wide receiver shit like panned out in like the locker room and the meeting rooms.
That would be
like
interesting. Yeah,
I'm kind of curious to see what the vibe was.
You're bringing me around, kid. I mainly just don't want to see people saying corny shit. Like,
I mean, they're football players. There's really no way around that.
Yeah, part. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Carson Wentz saying religious shit. I don't want to hear him saying like weird shit in the huddle because he's not convincing. You know, I just he's like, fair. All right, God, like I don't need that stuff.
You know who's surprisingly like a Bamf in the huddle is Drew Brees. You ever see him?
Oh yeah,
dude, he gets me hyped.
Oh yeah,
and
hyped.
But like when you see him, you're like, oh yeah, he's like a middle-aged white guy, and then you see him in the huddle, and I'm like, oh shit, like I would go to war with him.
I'm hyped about this dude. Yeah,
I'm putting the paint on. Yeah. I'm getting the what do they call it?
The eye black.
I'm getting it ready.
I remember hearing there was some coach who, like, I forget what coach it was, but he would say insane shit all the time, but you weren't allowed to compare football to like a battle. Like if you're like I'll go to war with these guys, you'd be like, whoa. No, that war and football are two different things. And,
people die in war.
Yeah. Like you get real serious, but then you would probably like drop every homophobic slur there is and
go all out on everything but war.
You weren't even allowed to say the W word.
Yeah, I might check it out.
Yeah.
What, war?
I mean, we're all going to be forced to check that out sooner or later.
Nah, that ain't my thing. I know my lane.
Dude,
that's what you'll say. That's what you'll say to the
be throwing
draft
grenades,
guy.
man. I played a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I've got a good KD.
Yeah,
I play Call of Duty Mobile.
That's dark.
I'm good. I don't care. I got a good KD. Actually, my KD might be bad right now. I had bad matches, but
Dude, that Aaron Hernandez giant. CT, I would be. Luke Kuechly better watch his back, dude. He's smart retiring, dude.
Well, then he is watching his back.
It's too late though.
Yeah, you think? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, you talk about he could probably play another 7 years. Like he's 28. He could probably play to 35. He's that good.
He could.
But I'm saying you're like that might be like a third of what could be like his football playing, like.
Yeah, but nah, the way his style of play, like the damage is already done.
Yeah,
I mean,
because if you think about Aaron Hernandez's brain, they said he's been like the damage he was accumulating was like over a decade.
Yeah,
he only played for 3 years in the NFL, and none of them were full years.
That's true.
And he only played, I think, 3 years in college.
Yeah,
so.
But like,
they were talking about from when he was like a kid.
Yeah.
And his brain was fucked.
Mm-hmm.
like blown out. Then you're talking about, and he was just a tight end. Like he was a receiver, and then you got a guy like Luke Kuechly, who's a linebacker, who's just like, getting 2 to 3 concussions in a game sometimes.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's not a like linear thing. Like some guys just don't get it. If you're lucky, like some guys just don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't know how you couldn't though, being like Luke Kuechly. I'm not saying. I think you have it. I think I just think like the symptoms and stuff just vary by person.
Well, no, like when they like die, they crack the skull open and look at it, and some guys just don't have it.
I mean, I'm sure that's like. Possible? Well, I mean, I'm sure it's just like some guys are more prone to concussions than others. Probably the same concept, not necessarily with those two things being linked, but it's like, some people do, some people don't. And
I just don't know it's possible.
Like if you think about like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like quarterback, like Russell Wilson never gets hurt, like somehow, despite the style
it's like
that
when
he plays.
Beat someone who's like never had a nosebleed.
Yeah, but it's like it's not the concussion. It's not. You don't have to get a concussion to get the damage. So my point is
I understand
like,
what you're saying. Yeah, but I'm saying,
that would imply that like they're like the membrane around their brain is thicker or something. It doesn't.
Like some people like it's. I mean, to compare it to like a different job, like there's people who type on keyboards all day, and a lot of them get like carpal tunnel. Yeah. And then some just don't. It's like there's no, even though they're doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, it's just your body chemistry is slightly different. And,
I know what you mean though. It's confusing to me too.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I can get it based on exposure, but if you have the same.
Yeah, I mean, you're certainly, obviously, like there are certain things that'll make you more likely to have it or get it. But some people just
get that lucky card.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like kind of. I mean, so it is like a pretty like the number is insanely high. But when you think like to me when I watch, I'm like, oh, every single one of these guys is like. But it's actually like I think it's like what like 2/3 or something like that, or I don't know.
2/3 have CTE. Or get CTE.
Still so many.
Yeah, no, that's still crazy
absurdly high.
I don't know. I don't know those statistics.
Yeah. I mean, that's still.
Dude, you know the Russell Wilson concussion water? So he got a lot of heat because he started promoting this water, and like he would say like, thought I had a concussion, but I drank like some water, and like now I feel better. And it was supposed to be this water with this like
a lawyer somewhere was like, do not say that.
Something called like nano bubbles or some shit.
Oh my God.
It was disproven, and then like everyone was like, you're a fucking joke. But then like actually like since there's been a lot of research that says like there might actually be something to this. Because there was one study that like disproved it, but they haven't been able to recreate those results. So
he's got concussion water or anti-concussion
all
water.
The other studies say that like it does help, but I mean it's
I would love to know how.
The tweet is so funny though. It was like maybe one of the funniest tweets I've ever seen.
Solve all your problems. Nano water.
Yeah.
Are you waking up in the middle of the night and you don't know where you're at? Pop a nano water. It ain't right.
Violent thoughts against ones you love? Nano water.
It ain't right. That's all I know.
Yeah, it is not right. So what
Harold Carmichael is going to the Hall of Fame.
Grats.
Oh, he's a beast though.
I've never seen him play one game.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, none of us have, but if you watch his highlights, you'll be like, oh shit.
You're like, I need that guy.
Yeah, no, he's
an Alshon Jeffrey type.
Dude, no, he's way bigger. He was like 6'8".
Damn.
Like you watch him and like he doesn't even look like he should play football.
That's a huge bitch.
Looks like Calvin Johnson.
Okay, yeah. That's that body type.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know though, because those giant fucking stupid pads and shit.
Yeah.
I like those pads.
Yeah, he deserves it, Bo.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of the guy from the Cowboys who didn't make it?
No, who?
I forget, he's like Dan Pearson or something.
Oh, Drew Pearson?
He's the only guy on like the all decade team or something from the. I don't know what the thing is, but he's the only guy who hasn't made it.
Fucking good, because he's the guy that was going off on the Eagles fans at that one draft.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Fuck him.
Yeah. He's so like. Oh, you could just tell he's got that cowboy mentality that he already thought he was in.
Yeah.
And he just was like,
Wait, what?
Oh, he's like so upset. He's like, he stands up. He's just like, like he just doesn't know what to do with himself. And he's like, I'm sorry, y'all. Just like,
dude, that's awesome.
He's the only guy who hasn't made it, and like people are like, haha. And then some people are just like, he was so good. Like he deserves to be in there. Like they fucked him over or whatever. It's like, you know who they fucked over? Dick Vermeil, because Jimmy Johnson got in there, and fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he deserves to be in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did like when he.
I mean, if you built those teams,
if you compare like their shit, it's like Dick Vermeil has like 40 more wins than he does.
Yeah,
2 touchdowns with teams that the year before, or 2 Super Bowls with teams like a year or 2 before were like horrible franchises.
Yeah,
you know,
he'll get in.
Yeah.
No, I think Jimmy Johnson deserves it though, because he was like the first dude that like. He like started a trend, and that was with the Herschel Walker trade. He orchestrated that, and he recognized, he was like, yeah, we got this good running back, but like it doesn't mean shit if we don't have everything else. So they traded him for like 2 fucking drafts from the Vikings or something.
Yeah.
And that's when they drafted all those like Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith
and shit.
And
got him.
Yeah, the great train robbery. So I gotta give him.
Plus he was in The Water Boy, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That alone.
Yeah.
All right.
Take you straight to the top.
Yeah.
And you know what? I also like that he got fired. That's pretty cool.
Jimmy Johnson? Yeah.
For like no reason.
Well, that's
Jerry Jones.
Yeah, that's Jerry Jones. Like, I don't want somebody that knows more about football than I do.
Well, he didn't want people to. Jimmy Johnson was getting all the credit, and Jerry Jones got mad and fired him, and they haven't won since.
I got a message for you, Howie Roseman. Don't fuck up my off season, Bo.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we veered off in that direction, but I don't disagree.
You got 10 draft picks. Better make them count.
People are going to be so mad if we don't this offseason, I bet. It's like...
They better move up.
Oh, but people are going to be so mad if they don't move up. I don't think we're going to move up.
I don't... Yeah.
Unless there's like a guy like 2 spots ahead of us that they want.
Yeah, I mean, they might do something like that where they just jump one team that they know has a similar need, and there's a guy that's available.
I've been hearing people saying like they want to like trade up to get like the best receiver on the board. I'm like, okay, so what, you're gonna give up like a future first rounder to do that?
Yeah, exactly. So if you trade up to, let's say, what would you have to go to? At least number 5, at least somewhere in the top 10, right? Yeah. To get like the best wide receiver.
To give up a future first rounder.
One of the best. Yeah, it's like.
And then what if the guy sucks?
Yeah, exactly. Like especially like wide receivers. Like I mean, I don't know.
In a deep wide receiver draft.
Yeah. I'd be okay with like just making a smart
getting
move.
An offensive lineman.
I wouldn't be too upset with that.
You would be if it's like you hear about all these wide receivers coming out.
I'm done with that. I'm done with the second-rate wide receiver shit, dude. It's time, bro.
I mean, I agree, but you know, with all the discussion that we've had about Jason Peters, possibly Kelsey.
Well, Dillard's covering Peters.
Dilata.
Yeah.
Dylan Dilata.
You
know who the 5 best tackles are? My Lada. Oh shit.
We too have gone off the rails.
Yeah, we need a new center. We need somebody in the pipeline, Bo. We need someone just hanging in the meat locker, waiting to be defrosted.
Yeah, because they do need depth there.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Because I don't even know who the backup center is. I mean, not in the first round. Fuck that shit.
Well, it's Sayamalu slips into that role. I mean, but he's
nah.
Yeah.
We need somebody in the pipeline, kid. I'm talking second round center.
I just 2 seconds ago said if they drafted an offensive lineman in the first round, I wouldn't be that mad.
Yeah, I'm not going first round, kid.
Oh, you say second round? All right.
Yeah, I mean, they found Jason Kelly in the 5th round, I believe.
They're not going to do that again.
You can give nice value.
You're not getting Jason Kelsey in the 6th round again.
It don't matter.
That was pure luck.
The first round is just strictly receiver, bro.
Well,
or
the only time I changed my mind.
I
changed my mind on it though. Is like if you see like 6 wide receivers taken like before you draft, there might not be anybody good left.
Yeah, then but there are teams. I mean,
free agency, bro.
What's our draft position currently? It's like what
21 or
21?
something.
Yeah,
okay.
21.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
So I mean, there's going to be like
honestly.
the first 5. It's probably going to be
Cowboys have like 5 spots above us or something, like not even like that high.
Yeah,
to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. Like the first 5 picks, I think 3 of them are probably going to be quarterbacks. Probably wide receiver.
3 of them.
At least 2.
Well, Bengals are taking a quarterback.
Yeah, they'll take what's his name, Burrow.
Yo, they gotta stop basing the draft on the best team.
What?
I think they should go NBA style.
I don't like that.
I do.
I'm not against it.
I don't like it.
I do, dude.
What's your? Let me hear you out. What do you got?
Got all the fucking best players going to shitty teams, and then you never hear of them again.
Well, the idea is that eventually those.
Nah.
I mean,
because these people are going to historically bad franchises.
That becomes.
You're gonna get Baker Mayfield. Oh, he goes to the fucking Browns. He sucks. You got Joe Burrow. He's going to Cincinnati. You're never gonna hear from him again.
Yeah, I mean, I think it wasn't designed.
I can't say that for fact, but you know. What I mean.
But I know what you mean. But I think like really. There are 2 franchises that you both just named that are historically they're just poorly run franchises that like no matter what draft picks or how many first round draft picks they get, they're just gonna fuck it up.
That's my point. So how many times have they done that in the past 10 years?
Then you have the picks 3 through 32 that
imagine
it does
how
make
bad
a
Lamar Jackson would be if he went to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's like you do. I mean, I'm not necessarily in favor of changing it, but like you are kind of right. They are just wasting talent on those like terrible teams.
But the first top 2 picks, and the other thing that they do is those teams, like in our case, they traded out of that. Was it the second pick? We traded up to the second pick, so. I don't know.
Yeah, but then we had the mortgage. I don't know. I think it's just a matter of like the NBA shit is like it. It's like it's just a little bit different, you know.
Yeah.
Like the worst teams they do have better chances, but like just even it out a little more. I think.
I guess I don't really. I'm not really in favor of the lottery just because I don't think it stops teams from tanking anyway. So who cares?
But I don't think people in the NFL would tank necessarily.
Dolphins were tanking.
Were they?
I had my doubts
because they won at the end of the year.
They won.
Well, despite their best efforts, they traded away their best players.
And that coach was
but it's still
rebuilding, no doubt. I don't know about tanking though.
But
what do you think tanking is?
But the players in football still kind of control their fate. When like basketball, it's like there's only 5 guys, so you can just put shitty guys out there.
Yeah.
You can put like shitty guys out there, but like 10 of those guys might be like, "Fuck it, we're winning this fucking game," you know.
Yeah.
No,
it is a little different.
Well, yeah, it's any given Sunday. But I mean, the Dolphins were tanking. That's what there's no other way to say it. They traded away their best players. That's tanking.
True. But now that they won a few games, they're in the middle of the pack. Yeah. I just think that teams that are kind of like 1 or 2 players away, it would be better to me if they could get the best player and then put them over that edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then all right. So let me pose a scenario to you. So like. The Patriots get a top spot.
They wouldn't know.
Okay, so I'm not super familiar with the lottery process.
They would have the lowest odds.
Okay.
They would have the lowest odds.
I see.
Not impossible, but their odds would be like 2%.
I see. Okay. All right. Yeah.
But the worst teams, the top 5 or top 10 worst teams, would
50% or something.
Yeah, it would be like 30 and 30 and whatever.
Okay.
But I don't like that. In the NFL, you can just lose your quarterback for a season and then have a top 2 pick.
Yeah, like San
Francisco. 49ers. Yeah, I don't like that because it's like they weren't even the worst team last year.
Right, they just lost their quarterback to a season-ending injury.
I mean, I don't really know how you fix that. I don't think there is a way.
Yeah, you can't fix that.
But it's annoying. It's like like you can just like, oh, we got unlucky, now we're really lucky.
Yeah. I mean that.
I just think it's too. I feel like the percentage in the lottery, it's like, all right, if so many factors during the regular season are going to just be random and like, you might as well just make the draft just as like, well, it's a little bit less random, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm a logic kind of guy. I like the idea that the worst team gets first pick and the best team, the Super Bowl winning team, gets the last.
But Jim's got me thinking now of all the talent that's just been wasted on.
It's like there's just one good guy on this team.
But then it's like, then that's not a problem with the draft. That's a problem with these organizations as a whole. And a certain
that's always going to happen.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, that's the thing. So it's like changing up the draft isn't going to solve that problem. Talent's going to get wasted on teams anyway. It doesn't matter where they draft. They're still going to have a first-round draft pick.
I think it's going to force teams to do better because every year these teams just go, yeah, well, we're going to get the best quarterback next year, so it doesn't matter. But it's like, that doesn't help anything. So, you're just keeping everyone in this pattern of like mediocrity, hoping the next first round draft will help you.
I mean, at a certain point though, the ownership or management has to say, okay, we've had the point always being the Cleveland Browns, we've had, the top 5 or 3 picks, how many years in a row, and what has it gotten us? If the answer is nothing, then we have a systemic problem, and we need to change up our scouting department.
Yeah, but they're not. They're still going to suck.
But that's my point, is that it's not solving the problem then.
But I look at
but the talent is so you're okay. Your number 1 overall pick is not going to go to them, but there's still 32 of the top college level players.
I'm not saying they shouldn't get a first round pick.
Okay, I'm not there's I look at generational talents that have been wasted. Like Andrew Luck, he should have been a Super Bowl quarterback. He was wasted in Indianapolis. Indianapolis is a terrible organization, and Peyton Manning made them look good for so many years. Andrew Luck went to Indianapolis. They had no O-line or no weapons or anything. He goes there and he just gets destroyed because they never put a team around him.
And that's the team's fault. That's the organization's fault. And then you award them by giving them a good player because they suck? It makes no sense, right? I mean, your point is completely valid.
I mean, I get it. I definitely get that why reward shitty teams with good players
Eventually
if the problem is an organizational problem.
This makes me think the draft is just
exactly, because eventually they have to get their shit together instead of just rewarding them for year in and year out, making they went out, because your point is valid, but think about the Browns. They went out and got all these other good players, and it still didn't matter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's that it's. I mean, I don't think either scenario fixes what you're saying.
I guess that'll fix it.
Yeah.
This is completely unfair, but I would totally be into it if they just got rid of the draft and just had it. You go to the team that you were closest to from where you grew up.
Yeah, but then all the Texas.
There's some good dudes. And Godwin on the Bucks.
Okay, so you have
all based on geography.
Yes, Texas. You have Texas.
Texas and Pennsylvania would be good.
Texas and the Northeast would just be those would be the only competitive regions.
No,
are you talking about where you went to college?
Aaron Rodgers,
Northern California.
Oh, did I say? I meant on Bay Area.
He'd be San Francisco or not Oakland.
That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah,
Tom Brady, isn't he from out there?
He's Michigan. He went to Michigan.
He's a 49ers fan. Maybe he just would like them.
Yeah, I don't know where he's from.
But to your point real quick, though, doesn't the lottery, the weighted thing, kind of meet the middle ground for you? Because
I mean, I'm not disputing that. I don't necessarily
because they still have a better chance to get the best player.
Right. I mean, I'm not disputing that the lottery is. I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing. But what I'm saying is I don't think it solves the problem of perpetually shitty teams / organizations.
No, I think it helps a little bit because they're forced to develop these guys. They're like, oh, we got the 6th pick. We're going to have to pick a quarterback that might not be the number 1 guy. But it's forcing our play.
I don't think it would fix them either, but I think that it would at least make it more bearable to just be at least know that they're not wasting the best player.
As a fan.
I can certainly see that.
That's
I see that as a plus for sure.
Because think about the infamous Browns jersey with the list of 50
30 quarterbacks. Yeah,
it's I mean, I'm not saying those guys went to another place and had success.
No,
but
I think some of that is bad scouting. Some of those guys were just not going to be good quarterbacks.
Damn, you went and you just killed 50 Bulls.
I mean, you think of 50, you think 8 of them had to be pretty good.
You had to hit on some of them, you know.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield was a Heisman Trophy winner.
Mayfield,
so was Lamar, right? But like you said, what if Lamar would have went to the Browns? He wouldn't be as bad as Baker, but he wouldn't have looked like he did this year, I bet.
No, absolutely not.
Because he would have had Freddie Kitchens as his
Because he got lucky
coach.
and got drafted to the team that was drafting at the end of the round.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but
because scouts fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, they doubted the shit out of Lamar Jackson. I mean, that was just.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's impossible to really. But then he went to the playoffs and fucking dropped the ball hard.
Yeah. I mean, but look at them fucking Titans.
Man, those playoff games on the Titans. Yeah, those playoff games were crazy, dude.
In recent memory, I don't remember so many underdogs coming out of nowhere.
Yeah. I'm going for the Titans too, man. Like, fuck I don't know. Who cares about the fucking 49ers? Jesus Christ.
49ers are boring.
Hey, I don't care.
Yeah. I like some of their players, but like I don't like to watch Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
I don't like to watch him. I do like Nick Bosa, but like
yeah, he's cool.
But
he's a fucking future CT
good.
candidate type.
I don't wish
it on anybody, but dude.
Yeah.
Those guys, I'm telling you, those guys that push off so much harder, dude.
Yeah.
You act like there's guys who just like don't get hit in the league. That makes you think though, like, yo, the best thing you can do is be a kicker.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you look at kickers.
You sit around at practice
and they play till 50. Which they could probably play even later, dude, honestly.
Even if you play for like 1 year, then you go back to like a normal life and you got like an extra like $200K in your bank account.
Yeah.
And you just go
200K,
home.
that's light.
I mean, that's a minimum. Like
and you get the NFL pension if you didn't save any.
That's a thankless job, dog.
But then nobody will even recognize you.
Remember Brandon Graham this year? He was like, yeah, and then you had that guy, yeah. You didn't even know his fucking name.
Yeah,
you didn't even know Jake Elliott's name, dude.
You're not part of the team when you're near a kicker.
That's why
it's the bottom line.
Week 14. He's like, yeah, it just goes that way. And the guy.
Dude's been on the team for 3 seasons
that guy
or
missed
more.
The kick.
As long as you don't miss a kick in like the playoffs, like you're fine. Like there's so many guys who have just had terrible games and just got cut, and like you could probably see them walking down the street, like, and you wouldn't even know who it was. There's
some kickers though that really fucked up so hard that they're like the legendary guy who fucked up.
Like the Bills guy.
Yeah, the Bills guy.
Cody Parkey.
Who was such a good kicker.
But you know
so
what,
sad.
too? The year after, he made a field goal to send him to the Super Bowl. Nobody remembers it.
That fucked up.
4 in a row.
Then there's the Vikings kicker that missed.
Yeah.
Double doink bull.
Cody Parkey.
Yeah.
Our old bull.
Fuck Cody Parkey, baby.
That fucking crazy. Yeah. Anyway, enough about kickers.
Free agents.
Hockey. I watched. All right, go ahead. Do you know the free agents?
Wait, what were you saying?
I was saying I went to the Flyers game and I watched a double doink level scenario unfold.
The missed
the missed shootout puck grab. Yeah.
Did you see him going off on people on Twitter?
No.
He somebody tweeted at him something like at least I could have picked up the puck and I'm not in the NHL. And he goes,
I did see that. Oh my god! I was like, dude, are you really making that argument right now?
And then the dude Marchand responded. He was like, yeah, you do that in your driveway pretending to be me. Like, I'm in the NHL, you peasant.
Dude, yeah, I saw it. That was fucking... Sick. I was like, dude, you need to delete your Twitter, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like KD level of like just embarrassing.
Can't imagine what level, like what that guy was feeling after that. Because everyone else was kind of in question. Like the crowd went nuts. But that guy knew.
Yeah. He knew what he did.
He just skated back with his head down and was like, oh my God, that whole game was so like such a long, hard fought game. And he just, it was perfect.
They were saying on the radio that like they think that if he would have done that and then just skated back around as if he just like missed it. Because if you miss it, you're allowed to go back.
Yeah, but he tapped it.
Well, they were saying that if he would have just went back and like acted like he missed it, he said that he thinks like the refs wouldn't even have been able to tell.
He would have to do it.
Barely
like
touched it.
He would have had to do that pretty quick though, because it did leave like the red, like by the end of its movement, it was like outside of that line.
Yeah.
So you could see that but maybe he would have got away with it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. If he did it real quick, yeah, he would.
He just gave up though. He was just like he was going too fast. So when he tapped it, he was already like too far away from the puck. It was so awesome.
That's fucking crazy. That.
Free agents.
Yeah.
So talking about my geographical draft guide that we would have, who is now a free agent, is Roddy Anderson. That's where it seems like everybody wants him. I mean, he's all right. He's a deep threat.
Yeah.
It's not Deshaun, but he's
Where
good.
is he now? Or
Coming
was
from the Jets.
Okay.
Dude, it's gonna be so interesting to see what happens. Because there's guys that aren't gonna leave that we think are, and there's dudes that I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I think our best bet, and I'm usually like, well, I guess I'm not really, but like I'm like an anti any ex-Cowboy, but their best cornerback Byron Jones is gonna be a free agent.
Yeah, they can't keep him and Amari Cooper and pay Dak.
If I were them, I would just let Amari walk because that dude is a loser.
But I think we've had this discussion before where. Don't look at me like that.
Kirby's like, yeah, we definitely gotta keep Amari Cooper. We definitely gotta keep Dak. We gotta resign Dak.
Definitely resign him. Definitely.
He turns into Ring Man.
Yeah, why am I Ring Man?
Definitely resign him. $20 million a year. Definitely resign him.
It's definitely a good deal.
No, Amari Cooper. Like, I'd be surprised if they let him go because like the ascension of Dak coincided with Amari Cooper arriving. I don't know if that's if they think that that's an actual link or if it is an actual link, but I would be surprised if
he gets injured like almost every year too.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That was the big thing is that he was out a lot of that game against us. And then second game.
It seems like once he hits some kind of wall, he just disappears.
Yeah,
that's why the Raiders traded him.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe they will. Yeah.
I don't know what's going with the Eagles scouting room, but I just want like a player this year that I've never heard of do well.
Yeah.
Just like one guy that they scouted on right and like just hit on a guy that no one knows about. Just one. Because they've done it in the past, but at weird positions. They've never done it at like
wide receiver
or cornerback.
Yeah.
Never done it with those people. It's like
Avonte Maddox is probably like their best like the closest example, and he's like average at best.
Yeah, like I would argue that Crevion is their best example.
He's a free agent though, wasn't he?
No. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
but of a random guy that they hit on. But I think that was more out of necessity and not draft. I don't know. I just want like a wide receiver. I don't know who happens to just run a crazy speed and I don't know.
Speed. That's the big thing. That's the big thing that on both sides of the ball. Speed. Can we emphasize that a little more?
Yeah. And no more guys that suck.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
No more Whiteside type guys, Mac Hollins type guys.
Although Whiteside started to come around a little bit. I will say, like,
just cut him.
Whiteside,
cut him, dude. He played like 5 snaps in the fucking in the playoff game. It's like why do you have a player and that's what you think of him? That's what you think of him. He sucks.
I mean then there's something to be said, about developing. I mean, it's his rookie year.
I think we should give him at least until next season.
Yeah, it's not like an Aguilar where it's like we drafted him, he was okay, then he was terrible, and then he was
Speaking
good.
Of free agents, bye-bye.
Yeah, really.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Dude, they're gonna have to trade him for like some... Because they said that if they trade him... Yeah, what did you say, Aguilar? Oh, yeah, fuck him. I don't care about that.
Yeah, I think you should trade Alshon.
Like, a second rounder shouldn't need, like, developing. Like,
rounders, a late second rounder.
Yeah, so. I mean,
his baseline should be like, I know what routes to run. I know how to run a route. He doesn't know how to do that. All year he ran the wrong route or didn't know what he was supposed to be. Come on, you're out of here, bull. You're a second rounder, buddy. Get out of here. I know there's probably like 5 second round wide receivers that are way better than him.
Give him a full off season. Just one, man.
Yeah, I mean,
dude, I don't know, dude. I just don't want to be sitting here next year being like Mac Hollins out. He's on the field for most of the snaps, and he never gets the ball thrown to him. That Mac Hollins thing, I think it goes on the radar. It's despicable. Despicable.
Yeah.
They kept playing him, putting him out there.
Oh.
He was never targeted.
Yeah, well, he's the diversion.
Useless. Just a useless person out there.
Oh yeah, and I want to say, and this might be my controversial opinion, but so I'm glad
I don't have a hot take.
Yeah,
I know you got one in the pipeline.
He's gonna take it out of his back pocket.
I know you got one.
I'm gonna one up Dom.
Yeah, some kind of NFC East related. I know you got one, boy.
I don't think there's any way the Eagles win a single game next season.
Wait, was that your take?
No, that was yours.
That was gonna be my hot take.
Based on the coaching hires in the NFC East, there's no chance we're getting a single playoff win in the next 5 years.
I actually like nothing. I mean, Mike McCarthy, I'm kind of. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I think carried him most of his career.
Yeah, I think all three of these guys are a fucking joke.
Yeah,
I think
I was really. I mean, Ron Rivera, I'm still like,
good.
we'll see what he does.
But
I don't even know who did the Redskins hire.
That was Ron Rivera.
Jude.
Oh, sorry. Who did New York hire?
Johnny Jude or Jason Jude or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some dude nobody knows.
They're interviewing Jason Garrett for OC.
Good.
Oh my God,
excellent.
Dude.
Hire him.
I hope Pat Shermer goes to the Redskins.
I will send the Giants $500.
Okay, so my hot take though was that I have no problem with Mike Groh getting fired, and actually I was glad to hear he was fired. But
it's not a hot take.
But then I was mad to hear that it was Jeff Lurie that made it happen.
Right.
That's crazy.
There's no way to confirm that though.
That was the report.
Yeah, but then they have
If that
Doug,
is
and
the
he's
case.
like,
Well, then what do you think Doug's gonna say?
Well,
Doug's not gonna go be on the podium and be like, no, he took my job away from me.
Yeah.
I mean, he did say it was a collaborative effort, but he said in no way was his hand forced. I mean, I don't know. I don't believe anything any of them say.
Yeah,
At the
I
end
mean,
of the day,
they can't be like, that was all his doing. Huh?
But yeah, like Jeff Lurie stepped in when Chip was GM and made him sign DeMarco Murray, and that was great. But like, I don't want him to think that like he can keep. He's stepping over these lines. He's a habitual line stepper. And
yeah, here's the thing though. Something about Doug makes me think that sometimes he needs somebody to step in and be like, nah, you gotta get rid of Mike Groh, dog.
You wonder if it's like if it's a funny guy.
It's the optics.
But I would prefer it be Howie because Howie at least
has
more of a
GM's job.
Yeah, like the owner I don't think should ever touch anything because that's Jerry Jones.
I don't trust these reports. Sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because essentially you got that lady like Josina Anderson who's clearly biased making reports, and then she makes a tweet and it's like, all right, nothing you say now is like legit to me or have said in the past.
What do you mean?
Just
like everything she said though. Are you talking
as
about like
a journalist? It's like you're just so biased. Like like what she said about Carson Wentz when he got hurt in the game.
Oh yeah.
To me, that just calls in questions like.
But that's her opinion.
Yeah,
that's not her saying like. Per source.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that did piss me off. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, that was stupid.
But to me, it's just like, oh, clearly you have a bias, and you're perpetuating these reports that are just like, to me, kind of flimsy. I don't know.
They're flimsy.
Well, I mean, every report does have like a bias, but I think
worse
when
now than ever. It's just like out of pocket.
Yeah, and every time someone says like per source, there's a bias behind that. But it's like if you're saying it, I believe it's true because you have an inside source that is telling you this.
Yeah, I mean, there's at least some validity to it.
Yeah. Like that inside source could be a shitty source. It could be like like the fucking like a trainer or something. But
at the end of the day, though, like sometimes you just got to stop Dougie P from hurting himself. Like
or not hurting someone.
Like once again, like don't let him talk in the end of the year press conference. Just don't.
I think that's like you have to do that.
I know, but just don't. You let him do it when you win the Super Bowl, not when you go out in the first round.
No, reporters want answers as to what.
He doesn't know how to lie. He just doesn't. It's like, don't they train him? He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to just be like. He can't just be like, we're evaluating. That's the end. Instead, he's like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like, why are you fucking yourself over?
Sometimes you want your coach to be more Belichick-like.
Just
yeah,
for
I
his
get
own
that.
sake.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
For his own sake,
It's just like,
stop hurting yourself.
Jeffrey Lurie fired these guys, but you're up here saying that they're not fired, even though they already had been fired. It's like, just sit down, buddy.
Okay, but in this world of mine where this report is really true, I don't like that shit. Like, I don't want Jeff Lurie thinking, because every time
hire the people that you trust to do those jobs,
and every time you overstep that line, it gets easier to step over it again and again and again, which is how the Cowboys happened.
Yeah,
true.
You know, it's like.
That's how you get Jerry Jones doing post-game press conferences outside the locker room for some fucking.
And as he gets older, he might get a little. He might start getting a little crazier.
It happened with the Patriots too, because Bill Belichick wanted to roll with Jimmy G. And
Smart move, actually, in the reverse, right? Well, I would have rolled with Jimmy G instead of.
Yeah.
You confused me too. Yeah.
Oh wait, you're saying
like,
but Robert Kraft was like, nah, we got.
Yeah, we got to stick with Tommy Boy.
Yeah, and it's like, well, who cares? I mean, this like
joke.
He wants him to retire as a Patriot, and it's like, well, okay, enjoy like watching him deteriorate, and the fans start to hate him.
Yeah,
like,
and then eventually actually having to pay him like the greatest quarterback of all time.
Let him go to like to Cincinnati Bengals for a couple of years or something, and then
be their stopgap. Let him get paid.
If someone pays him, oh my god,
they're going to.
It's gonna be the biggest. I hope.
I mean,
at this
point,
it's the biggest joke to me. You're just wasting Belichick's years. Like at this point.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Tom Brady is as bad as he looked this year. I think he had like a little bit of the Carson Wentz thing going, where it's like he just didn't have shit to work with.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Because they were banking on Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree.
And Aaron Gordon, right? He was on the team too, or not Aaron Gordon?
Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
Cut.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, some of that was that, but it's also like, paying a quarterback that is, now like the oldest quarterback to ever play. It's
he doesn't make shit though.
No, I know, but eventually he's going to get to a point where it's like, this is only going to be worth it if I do get paid, like, or I'll just fucking retire.
I don't think he'll retire regardless.
No, he's not
go to a new team.
That's what I'm saying. Like he'll go to a team that pays it.
Just to make a point.
You know what's sad too? They probably could have traded. I wonder if they could have traded Tom Brady to the 49ers. That was his squad growing up, and like. Instead they trade the guy that was supposed to take his job.
Yeah, his heir apparent.
And now he's the one in the playoffs.
Yeah. Happens.
That organization is fucking insane.
Which one?
Patriots.
They always are in on some shady shit.
Yeah.
They're like America. They are the true Americans team, dude. They just any angle, any weird backdoor shit they can like acting like they didn't know Aaron Hernandez was crazy, even though everyone knew he was. And then, like, him being at the office, like, right before he gets arrested.
I haven't seen this, so don't spoil it for me.
I'm not saying they had anything to do with, like, covering up.
It's the first thing you'll see when you turn on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Just like they're always just in there. Antonio Brown trying to sign him when everyone knows he's fucked up. They're just, like, always in there,
What was it? And then there was
scandals. There's always scandals.
The camera thing this year.
The scandal, exactly. The camera thing. The Deflategate. Destroying
That's not
phones.
the advanced scout.
Destroying phones.
Damage done, my friend.
Yeah, I want to watch the Aaron Hernandez thing
for so long, man.
Dude, Aaron Hernandez, he had a lot of shit going on.
They also had Seau on their team right before he killed himself.
Junior Seau.
Oh yeah. Well, that's.
I know. I'm just saying they're always the fucking team that's just in on some shit.
That's another thing, though.
I know. But you know what I mean. Of course, he had to be on the Patriots right before it. For 2 years, The list goes on, dude.
Dude, Aaron Hernandez is wild. I like the myth, too, that, like, he killed himself so that his family would get all this money. It's just, like, not true.
But that's not how that works.
No.
Life insurance doesn't normally pay. Wait, was that what it was?
Well, they said that it would... he was still under contract.
It could have been a part of his logic because we don't know what his mental state was at the time.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he was out of his mind.
Essentially, if you kill yourself, you don't get charged. You're like, you get the charges are lifted, and you're not You're not a convicted of that crime anymore.
And that's how they would get
in the state of Massachusetts, and then they would get the.
But they already destroyed the contract, so it didn't matter. Like he was already,
and they would have, and the Patriots would have fought it anyway. And
yeah,
like lawyers in the documentary are like, yeah, the Patriots would have fought it anyway, and they would have wind up spending more money on like dragging the process out than what they would even have gotten.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think his family's hurting for money.
No, he left them. He left them money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get too deep.
Is his brother in it?
No, they don't interview him, but they like use clips and like.
Yeah. Because the podcast I heard, his brother was in it. His brother sounds like totally normal.
Oh no, his brother's fine.
Yeah, it's like I think he's like pretty successful. And they're like, damn, this is crazy. It's like a tale of like,
Yeah, I don't know why he kind of just. I don't know. I don't think he could really help his brother. I think he kind of just watched from afar as he just did shit. I don't know. There's so much you can really do, I guess.
Oh yeah.
He would have been pretty fucked up without the CTE, and then it's like on top of that, like.
Yeah, it really calls into question to me, someone who knows nothing about CTE really, like when you look at his brain and you look at all the things that are caused from that, you're like, I'm not saying he wouldn't have done this shit, but like I just want to know how much it actually affected his behavior.
I think the CTE made him a murderer and made him commit suicide.
I mean, if you look at the other CTE instances of CTE, it definitely makes people suicidal.
It's poor decisions.
It gives them hallucinations.
Poor impulse control.
Yeah. And violent tendencies.
He's created this world around himself that just wasn't really, didn't really exist. It just like
I don't think that's a bridge too far to say that CTE did cause him to be a murderer.
No, I was just saying if he without CTE, he would have just been probably just a bad dude,
bad guy. Yeah,
yeah. He just created this like persona around himself that just wasn't. It's like he didn't come from the hood. He went through fucked up shit as a child, which also doesn't help.
Like, abusive.
His dad was abusive, and he got like like things happened to him as a child. So. It's just a lot of factors that go into some shit like that, And
then you see what happens.
It's weird.
It's always so creepy though when you see him doing like the interviews and he's like I just gotta continue doing the right thing, and like you're like man, like how did he believe he was like on like the right path or like
I think I think he just didn't know like what was going on in his life, like in his brain, he's like I'm trying, but even Tom Brady and like I guess he played the Broncos when Tim Tebow was on it, and like the end of the game where they go and meet up.
Yeah.
He's just like I got your boy. To Tom Brady, he's like I got your boys on the team, man. He's like he's talking about Aaron Hernandez. He's like, yeah, they're a lot to handle, man. They're like for some reason he goes out of his way to say that at the end of a game, like when you're being like, all right, good game. He says that to Tim Tebow, and Tim Tebow's just like, yeah, man, they're great guys. Like, he doesn't listen to him at all. Dude, he's literally just being like, yo, like, these guys are crazy.
That team, quarterback Tim Tebow, tight end Aaron Hernandez, wide receiver Riley Cooper.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Dude, wow. Talk about like three insane people.
Yeah.
They were really good, too. They won
There was a lot of like pros on that team.
They didn't win the championship. Tebow?
They did, yeah.
Oh, like in college.
With Aaron Hernandez on the team, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was, like, dude, I didn't realize how much of a stud Aaron Hernandez was, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Like in college, he was insane.
Yeah.
Well, also in the NFL, like, you have him and Gronk. And, like,
God.
That was, like, in, like, they, like, did that just.
Same draft.
Yeah. And, like, they did that to, that was when the Jets had really good cornerbacks and the Patriots couldn't beat the Jets. So they're like, oh, why don't we just go and get two pass-catching tight ends completely
beat them the next year.
Yeah.
Like, they're always one step ahead,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, dude.
They're
12
like
personnel. They're like, this will work. They've been using tight ends like that forever, too.
Yeah.
Well, not this year, unfortunately. But
I don't even know who the fuck their tight ends were this year.
Nobody does.
But yeah, and then like
Michael Bennett, or not Michael Bennett, his brother
wasn't his, No, he wasn't. He's retired.
No,
I thought he like rejoined the Patriots or some shit.
No, they have no name. I don't even think they like their tight end. I don't think they have now is even a catching or catch fast. I can't speak right now. I'm out of it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, we really went off a tangent.
Yeah,
me
good.
too.
Well, it's good.
Sounds good.
It ain't right, but
I guess we should wrap up this season, right?
Yeah.
Any lingering thoughts on the 2019 Birds season?
Who's your season game ball? Wentz?
Oh no, I'm gonna go Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders?
Yeah, hell of a year. I liked him.
Like Brandon Brooks too.
That's a good one.
I'm going with Jason Kelce, kid.
That's a good one.
Very few penalties. Still grinding it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Good team player. Good like team leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
I don't even think I'd consider anybody on the defense.
Nah, I don't.
Maybe Brandon Graham.
Malcolm, maybe, but I don't even care about re-signing him. I don't care about that.
Yeah, it's
32. Like,
dude, people are still complaining about how they didn't re-sign Brian Dawkins. I'm like, dude, and they're like, and then you saw him like do what he did with Denver. I'm like, what? Have one good year left? He had one good season after that.
That's the thing. It's either you're never gonna get it absolutely perfect where it's like, no, that was their last good season.
Yeah.
It's either you hang on them for way too long, Darren Sproles, or you let them go.
Jason Peters.
Right, Darren Sproles.
Jason Peters.
Oh, okay. I was.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were saying.
Or on the other side of it. Or you let somebody go too soon and they get a couple more years. It happens. It's just how it goes. I'd rather let go somebody slightly too soon than the other way around and pay somebody that's just taking up a roster spot.
Facts.
Yeah, big fact drop. Knowledge drop.
Knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of comparing, Wentz to a Bronco, right? The whole gotta let the Bronco buck thing.
Yeah.
So my main off-season concern is just you got to get the right fucking stable hands in there. You know what I mean? You got to get the right stable hands.
Give the Broncos some hay.
Yeah, you got to give them the top of the line oats, Honey Crisp apples. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like, do horses eat apples?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Sure.
Carrots.
I know that.
They got the big teeth.
Give him some nice stable hands to help take care of him and take him where he needs to go. AK, give me a fucking wide receiver that ain't old, slow, and can't catch.
Dude, what if they should? Oh man, I wish it'd be awesome if Ben Simmons could play a wide receiver.
Yeah. Yeah. What if LeBron retired and joined the NFL? Yeah, Ben's. Don't get me started, dude.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to bring him up.
Yeah, you like that's Jim's trigger phrase.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't really blame him.
It's we were down in the middle of this season, but you know what?
They messed up, but they stepped up.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Stepped in the doo-doo, they wiped it off, they kept going.
Yeah, I agree. But on the whole, good season, fellas. Good season of podcasting.
Yep.
Get your flu shots next year.
Yeah, I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Check your takes. Analyze your takes a little bit more.
Yeah.
Keep them coming, kid. You got to have a new take every week.
You know what? I'm devil's advocate. I make your brain stir.
What was the?
Just don't act like you're doing it for ratings, kid.
Yeah, you should have that. You should put your takes through it.
Yeah, don't act like you're doing it just for ratings, kid. You believed those things.
To a certain extent, I do.
He's already starting.
He turned on Amari Cooper 180, 100%.
Yeah, and once that one.
He's not a Cowboys fan. He's just an Amari fan.
Once that one came out of my mouth, I wish I could take that one back. That's the one that I'm like, yeah, that one did not have a lot of thought before it came out.
We got to do a Grubby's take of the week because I've heard some feedback and they love when you have a take and we just pile on you. That's like,
well,
that's
see, the
a big
thing is, it can't be planned because I sometimes don't know when it's a hot
take. That's true. It can't
take.
be planned.
I don't know. I think it's just like, I say a thing and I expect
there should be a button for it.
You're right.
It should be like a.
You say a hot take.
You guys have to hit the button because I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
We hit an explosion button and Grubby's hot take of the week.
Yeah, because you say it and then there's usually just me.
There's a pause,
a silence, and then me and Dom just being like, "Wait, did you?"
Yeah.
A lot like this moment.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What was that hot take for?
That was the Falcons. That was when I said they were going to lose to the Falcons the first game after the Super Bowl. I still don't think that take was that hot. I know I was wrong. I was happy to be wrong, but I didn't.
Wait, what was it again?
That the Falcons were going to beat
no
the
way
Eagles.
The Eagles could pull it
I
off.
did not say no way.
The first round of the playoffs?
No,
you said they were going to lose?
No,
It was after we won the Super Bowl.
Oh, the next season.
Yeah, so it was even worse.
The first game of the season. I mean, we barely beat them in the playoffs. Why am I defending a take from not this season, but the season before?
You know why?
That's
crazy, kid.
Yeah, I don't dispute that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I just don't see the Eagles pulling this one up.
Yeah, that was because we reviewed the tapes because you guys did keep saying like you said there was no way they were going to win that game. I was like, I did not say no way. But
you
yes.
sounded very somber.
Well, yeah, I didn't like the take. It was just what I felt. I didn't feel good about that game going into it.
I think it was also that you were ending like that, like you were wrapping it up. You're like, yeah, you know, as far as the Falcons game,
it was like quick. You tried to drop it in.
I was gloss. Yeah, because I think it was when we were still doing preseason stuff, and I was just like, I don't know why we were talking about something, and I was just like, yeah, you know, I just don't, and then I don't see them winning that first game, and so what else we got on here?
Snuck it in real hard, coming off that Super Bowl high,
and then there was that silence, and then Jim went.
You were trying to sneak that in, but we're so high off that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna just say some shit like that about my birds.
and Jim kind of like he starts his sentence like he's gonna respect my opinion, like he's like. Mm-hmm.
Like taking it in,
and then like after that, it switches to like no, that's crazy.
Took me a minute to process it, but
yeah. But yeah, everybody, thanks for listening.
Thanks, boys,
to my crazy takes and
shout out
Jim,
to our producer Grubby. He really does a great job.
Thank you.
Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to Alex, all our guests, Joel. We hope that he didn't go away of Jimmy Hoffa, but we haven't heard from him in a while. But,
we're gonna have some sit-ins next year. We're gonna have some fresh sit-ins for the podcast
maybe some players.
Yeah, maybe some players.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah,
maybe some of our fans.
Jaws is coming on.
Maybe
he's gonna push his new country club.
Yeah,
maybe some of our fans. You know what I mean? Maybe Nelson Aguilar once he gets kicked out of the league.
He can defend his spot. Yeah. But yeah, so we will catch you guys sometime early next season. And thanks again for listening. We are the Kelly Green Boys, over and out for the 2019 season.
Yo, Kelly Green Boys is fucking shit. I fucked with Lisa Ann and jacked off about a good 6 times to her this fucking morning. And yeah, y'all should go fuck with the Kelly Green Boys podcast. I listen to them almost every fucking day. They know their shit about the Eagles, and they are true fucking ballers.
Around here, it's corny. What the fudge?
Why are you yelling at me?